my hour. I'm playing every night just to get a little better at guitar. I'm taking singing lessons at $80 a lesson. Who the hell am I impressing? And why do I work so hard? I searched my soul, dug deep below to find the answer. I think the reason for it is I was an ugly kid with a handsome older brother. Yeah, I was a catch, like a cold or an ugly fish. I knew what to do, wear my talent like a mask and hope it magically distracts you. But I'm back, I practiced my acts together, I got better, and a point to prove. I didn't know her in June, I got her screen name as valuable as gold for antisocial kids in 10th grade. I spent the rest of my vacation glued down to my chair, was afraid to miss a second of our digital affair. Cause when summer ended I would finally be the guy I tried to be in person, could only be online. The first day of the school year we get our seat assignments. I ended up right next to her and we just sat in silence. And I wouldn't wish that awkwardness on anybody. I think the reason for it is I was a chubby kid with an athletic older brother. Yeah, I was a catch, as in I was easy to catch during tags. I was fat, I knew what to do. I will chase a newer passion, cause I'm sick of nothing happening. But I'm back, I practiced my acts together, I got better, and I'm going to prove. And I have hit the bottom, been lost, tossed, and gosh, I've been burned by gossip. And I have gone full hot topic, was an ugly Dublin cross with a few hot pockets. And I'll be damned if where I am's not what I worked for. I think the reason for it is I wasn't talented when all I wanted was attention. Yeah, I was in no way you're catching life for love. I knew what to do it cause I love it and one up my older brother, yeah. Now I'm just playing cause I've stopped dying from embarrassments, hiding from comparisons. I'm driven, I got vision, time, ambition, and a point to prove. Cool. So welcome to the Bug Hunter YouTube live stream. I did this on Facebook the other night, and then I did it on Instagram the night after that. And so I thought I'd just hop on YouTube just to see who's here. So I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know how to see. There it is. Comments. Very cool. I can't scroll back very far. So yeah, this is the first YouTube one I've done. I'm still trying to figure out how all three of them work, because I feel like you can't really know how they operate until you actually like go and just like start going live, which unfortunately on my accounts means that several people are going to hop in really quick, so I can't play with it by myself. But let's see. Welcome to the live chat. Cool. Coolio Deuteroni, like that. I've got the rough draft on repeat for my commute on the daily. Thanks so much for the awesome jams. You're welcome, Alex. Yes, I didn't miss it this time. Alex, Bug, I've wanted to be able to tell you how much I enjoy music for a long time. That's really nice. Thank you. So I figure what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna play like 4 or 5 songs. Just hopping on for a short time tonight, just to kind of see how YouTube Live goes. I'm still trying to decide if Facebook or Instagram or YouTube. I don't know if you can do them simultaneously, but I'm just trying to figure out where I kind of want to be. So I'll ask a couple questions or answer a couple of questions. It's really hard to see the question cast on YouTube. I don't think I like it very much. But would you ever come to Houston for a show? I did come to Houston for a show back in November. I had a show there like November 9th or so. So it might be a little while before I come back, just because I got a lot of other places to hit. But cool. So I'm just going to keep going. Would I consider doing a show in Florida? I would consider that. Awesome. Cool. So that was a song called Point to Prove off the Rough Draft. Next, I will play Any Chance I'll Shake. What places have you done shows in California? Joe in Jersey, do you have a favorite song? Okay, I'm going to come back to these questions. I'm going to play real quick, just so people don't get bored, and then we'll circle back to questions. So this is a song off an album called Torn Between a Couple, and it's the first song on that album. Slow down, we can talk it out. We'll backtrack, relax, and we'll track it down. How I carve out a space for this, to have a job and hold a hobby as expensive as it is. My neighbors all complain about the noise I make. I pipe down, I haven't made a peep though, but I found my voice in this random noise. I sit back now and welcome to the peep show. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some, yeah. I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. One twist from the sounds of it, I've missed half the point, but I got the gist. Now I know what my next step is. Find the perfect words if they exist. Is it words for love? Is it words for pain? And do I stop when they sound the same? Is it better that I pander to the people who will listen? Do I pivot going 80 just to prove I can be different? No, I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some, yeah. I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. I'll refresh, give it time to rest, to recharge my search for a sound that's fresh. I don't mean to be so down or pessimistic, like an ivy on my skin. I can't resist the urge to itch it with a simple little hobby. All I do is stitch together clever words and sound, record, promote, design, and finally pitch it. I'm like, please share, please like and subscribe, but all I wanna do is leave this unrelated stuff behind. But at the same time, I wanna reach 1,000,000 people. I'm feeling like 1,000's out of reach if I don't keep up with the trending times. A brand new state, a new bandwagon with some new pain. Well, here's my new way, maybe I'm trending up on Twitter. The only ones I reach will be my mom and baby sister. Maybe I'm not bound for money or fame, but my music wouldn't fit inside a status or a hashtag. I've been making up words at the top of my lungs, at the tip of my tongue. Ease up and leave me some, yeah. I've been making up words, 'cause there aren't any more. Title said I'm torn between a couple. I'm taking aim and aiming on the second nature off the cuff. I'm faking masquerading. I'm faking that I'm brave enough. I'm shaking up the aching stuff. I'm waking all the neighbors up. There ain't enough to waste, so I'm saving up and making up words. Whew. And not forgetting any of the words too. I don't get to play that song as often as I like, so it's kind of awesome to be able to play for people regularly, because it gets me to stop playing the same McCracken Key Being Lonely set. Cool. So I'm just gonna set this down for like 3 to 5 minutes and just answer some questions. Because I think that's kind of the funnest part of this. When I play shows, I don't get to do a Q&A section, so it's actually kind of nice for the 20 people that are here that I can kind of chat. Okay. So while I was doing that, and I can't look at your comments while I'm playing because it messes me up. I want to read them all. I'm a good egg, thank you. Such a good egg, hell yeah, cool. They all bop, thank you. I don't know what Gucci vibes mean, but thank you for that, Dylan. Bug, how did you get into music? When I was 21, I had some friends in college who played guitar, and they were playing like open mics around like campus at like our dorm and stuff, and they would let me play bass with them sometimes, and I didn't. I say this as like how I got into music because I don't really consider me playing bass, not basses in general, but me playing bass. I just kind of knew a couple of notes, and I would play Green Day riffs, and I would play bass with them, and they were like writing songs, and it was just really cool. And so the summer between junior and senior year of college, I got a guitar off Craigslist and taught myself how to play. So that was about 6 years ago. Cool. Where did you learn to sing so good? I don't know. I don't think I do, but thanks for the question. Hey Bug, why did Take It Back have to hit so hard? Sometimes that just has to be like it is. How'd you doin', boo? I don't know. Is that directed at me? Kevin 2 says, yo. Laney says, why are you so cool? I'm not. I just like to write songs in my bedroom, and somehow a bunch of people heard them. What's the best way I can support you as an artist? That's a really good question. Right now, I'm doing okay. I love making music, and I would love to make making music be the thing that I do for a living. But right now, I have a job. I do it full time. And so if you're looking to support me in the coronavirus times, don't worry about me. I'm doing all right. I'm able to pay rent. I'm able to go get groceries. So if you have any type of donations or money or anything like that that you would like to send my way, support somebody else right now, because me and my wife are doing okay. So that's a good question. Later on, once everything goes back to normal, I got a t-shirt I'll sell you. But what are you doing while in the quarantine? Learning how to do this has been part of it. Also working. I'm lucky that I'm able to work from home. But yeah, figuring out live streaming. It's been kind of fun to do. So do you have any advice on creative blocks? Do you ever have difficulty writing? Yeah, I mean, the way that things have gone in the past 3 years since kind of Dear McCracken, and I've kind of done this more officially rather than kind of, okay, I'll write 20 songs and then I'll never show them to anybody, and then I'll go play an open mic and I'll play 2 of them. Now that I actually have people listening, my cycles are kind of different than they used to be. So there's a writing phase, there's a recording phase, and there's kind of either a break or tour planning or things like that. There's more to do now that we have people listening and running the Kickstarter, things like that. There's just more overhead, I guess, with doing music. But I say when I'm writing songs, I don't force it. I never like sit down and be like, okay, I'm gonna finish like this song, whether I like it or not. I'll definitely sit down and be like, I'm going to work on this song, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, I don't know. I draw inspiration from kind of just day-to-day life. So I think the best way to be creative for me, because a lot of my music is so, I don't know, based in my experiences, is just I go live life, and if I live long enough, new things happen to me, and that kind of inspires me. So, oh, hey Kevin. I saw you invented a board game. What inspired you to do so? That is just something I like to do. It's something outside of music and work and my wife that I spend my time on, just because it fascinates me and it entertains me. The board game I invented is probably like the 12th or 13th board game I've actually invented, but it's the first one that the costs were low enough to kind of try to, market it, because, I'm not a board game company. I can't just go and spend $200,000 getting a bunch of units made and going to a bunch of like board game conventions. So I ordered 100 units of the board game that I made. I don't make a profit on them. They all cost me $10, and I sell them for $10, and I hand pack them and mail them to people. So just doing it because that's kind of another interest of mine. Will you ever, or have you done a show in Chicago? Yes, I've done 3 shows in Chicago. I really like Chicago. We have a big fan base there, and they always turn out, which is really cool. I've always wondered, was Dear McCracken based on an actual experience you had? Yeah, I just wrote down what happened, word for word. What's the board game name? It is called Rock, Paper, Scissors Chess. This is an example of the game. It's like you play it on a chessboard, so it doesn't come with a chessboard, but I mail the pieces out to kind of try and keep costs down. I think a lot of people have chessboards. I still have about half left, so there's still like 50 sitting in my basement, and I will mail you one if you want it. Cool. So I'm gonna play more music. I haven't seen people requesting any songs. I figure I don't really know how many people here tonight were here for Facebook and Instagram, so I might do a couple repeat songs just because I feel like a lot of this is kind of a newer audience. I sell them on my website or Bandcamp, so bughunterbug.com. That will have all my merch and stuff like that. Cool. So I'm going to play this song. Sing along if you know it. Sarah, you're the only girl for me. Sarah, you're the only girl for me. It's terrible, unbearable. Oh, Sarah, it's not fair at all. Oh, Sarah, you're the only girl for me. This week. Shop to pick up some lunch and asked the cashier what the hell shawarma was. Her name tag said Amy. I said hello, I'll take number 5 and make that to go. Then changed my mind, hey maybe I'll stay. And Amy just smiled, gave me my change. I ate in the corner, she took my tray, along with my heart and my breath away. Cause Amy, you're the only girl for me. Amy, you're the only girl for me. Don't blame me, don't restrain me. Oh, well, I'll say this plainly. Oh, Amy, you're the only girl for me. This week I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me. That's the key to being lonely. And ride to my stop and not fall in love with the cutest one, the one with the book instead of her phone. Like the rest of them, I won't sit by her, I'm not that brave. I'll sit right behind her, out of her way. She won't know I'm there, but when I get home, I'll write her a song, and this is how it goes. Oh, bus girl, you're the only girl for me. Bus girl, you're the only girl for me. I trust, girl, you must, girl. Of all the girls in the bus world, oh bus girl, you're the only girl for me. On the D-line, I like the way you don't even know me, and how it goes. I will be cool, pretend I'm important, get all the girls without working for it. I know the truth, not one for boasting. I'm just too cute for them to approach me. If I repeat it, I might believe it. If I repeat it, you might believe it. I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me, and I like the way you don't even know me. That's the key to being lonely. I told my wife that I wish that she would come in here and applaud after I'm done with songs, so it's not so awkward. Okay, let me check what you guys are saying. Oh, you guys are actually singing along in the comments. That's awesome. That's really funny. I don't know if these are on time, but where did you guys find book? Okay, yeah, that's not a question for me. That's a question for you guys. Stumbled upon him while listening to music. Imgur, Spotify playlist. Yep. Spotify. A lot of people tell me Spotify. People from way back in the day say Imgur. But these days it's actually more Spotify than Imgur and Reddit, which is wild. How do you like remember everything? Sometimes I don't. That's really funny. Chris Bolton, did you miss anything fun? Yes. I'm thinking about getting one of your shirts right now. Okay, as long as it's not this one, because I'm wearing it at the moment. That's stupid. Okay. I saw opinions on cheesecake. Yeah, cheesecake's better than normal cake. Found you do a film festival, actually the Animatic by Prizza Productions, yeah. A lot of people found me from Prizza. CJ, it's really cool. Really grateful for that. Cool, I saw somebody say Go With The Flow. I saw somebody say disco. You guys take 30 seconds to tell me which one of those I should play. Well, I drink my water. Just keep in mind, disco is a little different acoustic, but if you want to hear it, I'll play it. Because that's what I'm here to do. Gotta give the people what they want. Disco, disco, disco. Democracken wasn't an option. Go With The Flow, disco, Go With The Flow. Disco, okay, I feel like that's more disco. But maybe I'll just do both. Maybe I said I'd do 5 songs, so maybe I'll do disco and then I'll end with Go With The Flow and then call it a night. So, okay, this is Disco in the Panic Room. I'm not gonna do all the hey hey hey's because my wife will think I'm like calling out to her and come in. So. Dancing in the panic room. I made a promise, now I feel nauseous. As if I chug a cup of stuff you clean your countertops with. But no, I won't solve this, so I am out of options. It's past my bedtime, I'm honestly exhausted. And I just want to be more than nostalgia. Receive like a hot dog down at the dog park. Be your best friend. The things that I can't shoulder well, pass on to my older self and hope I learn to cope so well. And yeah, if I look brave, I'm secretly pretending I'm a different me. The one on stage who plays and sings and claps and shouts and basically behind the door, just out of view, dancing in the panic room. I made a promise, now I feel nauseous, as if I chose a cup of stuff you clean your countertops with. But all I saw won't solve this, so I am out of options. It's past my bedtime, I'm honestly exhausted. But if you want it, now wouldn't it be the best if all the answers to our questions came as sheepish realizations, obvious and retrospective? The answer for anxiety that's crept into your head is as simple as your printer, you forgot to plug it in. Instead of playing Twister with my lyrics cause I can, and filling every syllable with lots of bullshit, I instead do the simple sing along you're all hoping will come next. Do I load this mother up and dude, I do what I do best. So here's my promise, don't aim for flawless, cause some of your best art is made with chalk on your sidewalk. It's gone when you wash it off, it's not made from fame and profits. It's looking back and giving all you got to top it. But if you want it, hey, hey, hey! Yeah, 1A. Cool, that's Disco Acoustic. It's a little different, but I hope you liked it. Yeah. Okay, so again, I'll put this down, kind of read through the comments, answer some questions. I like how I like Bella here singing along. That's so funny. I guess that's one way to kind of have the audience participation. I wish sometimes I could hear you guys, but I think it'd be a lot. Disco, disco, disco. Yeah. Who said singing? I'm dancing. I love the canonical reference to your other lyrics. Thanks. Yeah, I wasn't sure if people would like that, or I assume, gosh, I don't know of anybody in the world who's ever said they know the song Disco in the Panic Room and they don't know the song Dear McCracken. There might be one person out there who has no idea what I'm talking about, but I guess it's possible. I'm gonna do my best to make it to a show of yours when I can. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to make it to a show of mine when I can. My West Coast stuff is probably not gonna happen in May in California. One of them has been canceled in San Diego, and then the other ones I'm expecting to follow. But August, I'm announcing some stuff. I planned a tour for August, like a 3-week tour, and I'm going to announce it tomorrow. I don't even know what's going to happen, but if you're on the East Coast, be on the lookout for that. I'm not even going to start selling tickets because nobody's buying concert tickets right now. But you can at least put it on your calendar and just do it in pencil. Do you think you'll do more of these? Definitely. These have been really fun. I'm trying to decide kind of where I want to do them. I'm going to just guess that YouTube probably won't be it because I'm having a hard time with the comments and just like the interface of this in general. Instagram and Facebook were both a little easier for me to kind of manage kind of the whole thing. So the acoustic of Disco in the Panic Room is so cool. That's awesome. You know, I don't get a lot of feedback on that because I don't do it very often. Touring Australia when, you know, I would love to someday, but if you ever play near Simi Valley, California at any point, or Charlotte, North Carolina in July, I'll try my best. Yeah, I mean, our show, we have a show still on May 5th in North Hollywood, which is, I know, pretty close to Simi Valley. So our drummer, Kyle, grew up there. It's on the books, but it'll probably get canceled. So, you know, fingers crossed. But Charlotte, North Carolina in July. We're gonna be in North Carolina in August. So, I don't think that'll line up. Will you release an acoustic album? Well, I've honestly been thinking about it in the last couple of days. It's always seemed like an acoustic album something you do kind of later in your career, but with the fact that I'm kind of at home and I have an at-home studio and I have an acoustic guitar, have I looked into the possibility of doing the next stream on Twitch? I haven't, and here's why. I don't have any followers on Twitch, so I've just been kind of going live on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube because I have a lot of subscribers, and I just started it, and you guys kind of showed up. I don't even know what would happen if I went to Twitch. I just feel like I don't know. I'd have to like build it up all day to kind of like get my Facebook and Instagram people to go there at a certain time, and it's easier to just go live on Facebook and they all get a notification. So just following you on Insta, thank you. That kind of stuff matters, and it sucks to say that, but if I reach out to a venue and I say, hey, I'd love to come play a show, a lot of times they'll go to my Instagram and they'll be like, you only have 1,500 followers. What about I don't think you're going to bring anyone to the show, so you're not going to get to play. And then you'll find bands that have like 10,000 followers and they're all bots, and I can see their stats on Spotify and no one's actually listening to their music, and it's very strange. But did you plan to play Asheville when you're in North Carolina this summer? Not Asheville, but Waynesville, which I believe is like really, really close. Which East Coast states would you go to if you do? I'm gonna announce it tomorrow. If you just check my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, I'll let you know. How does it make you feel when you hear that your music has affected people's lives in big ways? It's overwhelming. It's weird. It's crazy. It's weirder than winning the lottery. That people, and it validates kind of all my feelings too, because when people listen to my songs, and I'm a very lyrical songwriter and band in general. I don't think anybody's listening to Bug Hunter for our like technical prowess. I started playing guitar like 6 years ago, and I'm still pretty crap at it. So when people like this music, it's because they're connecting to the lyrics, and the lyrics are me. So it means a lot. It means a lot to me when people reach out to me on social media and stuff and tell me that. So cool. That'd be awesome, Bella, if you were to do that. If you ever come to a show, try and bring friends as much as you can, because it's one of the things as a small band, when we go to a city or region that we've never been to before, and I'm learning this too because I didn't expect to be in a band, they look at draw. They don't really care if your music is the best music in the world, and blows their mind. If you don't get people to come out to their music venue, they aren't really interested in having you there, for the most part. And so, the East Coast tour we're planning is kind of like we don't know how many people are going to show up. We think, a certain amount of people are going to show up based on the fact that we went to Austin, Texas for the first time, and 30 fans showed up. It was like, okay, so maybe if we go to Boston, 30 fans would show up. That's what we guess right now, but we don't have any hard numbers. So this tour, it's especially important that a lot of people come, because then next time we can be like, hey, we know that we can bring 75 people, and then venues are just more willing to have us out, and we get to play more shows. So it all really helps the more people kind of come out. So cool. We're reaching kind of like the 35-minute point, and so I'm going to find a new pick because I lost my last one. And I'm going to play Go With The Flow as kind of my last song. This is one of my favorite songs that I've written. And then I'll stick around for maybe a couple more minutes and answer some questions. And then I told my wife that I would play some board games with her. So. In a room, it didn't look like this. It had much more lower ceilings and it was delicately lit. I couldn't shake an old girlfriend on my mind, so I was dancing to our old song with a new one. And there's no room for her inside my head. We haven't spoke for 8 years, I still feel her fingerprints. Cause she laid back and I a little wound. She'd spout her little maxims that she had to calm me down. She'd say, go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have. And I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I heard casual, like words put in my mouth, an indifference to some news that would have killed my former self. But no, not now, and I hate how that makes me feel. It undercuts the present like my passions aren't as real. Cause time will revise both the perfect and the broken, so I have to write a song to keep a snapshot of the moment. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have, and I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have, and I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. And I chose self-medicating woes, not separating causes from subsequent results. And I know, there's better antidotes than choking on the fits and tantrums I would always throw. And I hope that I will always grow, but I'ma cut the tongue out of the next one who says go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have, and I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. Go with the flow, with the flow, with the path. You hope for the best, you take what you have, and I have a paddle and a bad idea of the wrong way. In a room, it looked a lot like this. I told a bunch of strangers stuff I really shouldn't admit. Cool, so I think that's it for songs tonight. I will stick around for a few more minutes, and if you guys have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. Okay. Haunty Ruth says, "Oh, I love this song, thank you." And then you guys are, hey Darren, singing along, which is very cool. I gotta go, Bug. Thanks for the show while in quarantine. Of course, yeah. Happy to do this. Lots of applause emojis and thumbs up. That's really cool. Cool. So I think what I'll say is, yeah, YouTube Live isn't really working for me right now, just with kind of how it's laid out. So I'll probably switch back to either Facebook and Instagram. So I would encourage anybody here who wants to keep kind of seeing these to go follow me on those platforms. Not to be the like and subscribe guy, but if you want to see me do this again, that's probably where I'll be in the upcoming days. So Instagram, Facebook are Bug Hunter Bug. That's my everywhere. My website is bughunterbug.com. Twitter, bughunterbug. So Deserve Me is the first song I heard from you. What drove you to write Deserve Me? Yeah, I mean, Deserve Me is a song about standing up for yourself. I think everybody should, and not everybody does. So, you're genuinely my favorite artist, and I'm looking forward to joining your streams more often. That's really nice, Alex. That means a lot to me because, yeah, I used to play in I've always had a home studio, not in this particular apartment that I live in now. But I used to do this by myself and not have a bunch of people watching over YouTube. And so it's very wild that people are listening. So I really appreciate it. Deserve Me is the first song. Point to Prove is the first song. Yeah, I go into every fan interaction thinking Dear McCracken is the first song that they ever heard, because that's in general true. But it's very cool that a lot of people heard a different song, and that was the song that hooked them. It always makes me feel good. That I'm like, hey, I didn't just do one good thing and then a bunch of mediocre things. Okay. So I think I'm gonna end it here tonight. This is random, but your song Amanda, what are you saying during the middle verse where your voice is all distorted? It sounds like a poem. It is a poem. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But I can go find it, and I can put it in the lyrics on Bandcamp or something. I didn't really consider them to be like lyrics, but that's really funny. A lot of people don't know that song, so I haven't thought about it in a long time. Cool. So thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. It was really fun. Like I said, Instagram or Facebook is probably where I'm gonna be doing these for the foreseeable future. So follow me on Instagram. Talk to me on Instagram. A lot of people I get, they'll send me a message and I'll respond, and they'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know that you actually like read this," and I was like, "Why wouldn't I read it?" Most teenagers have more Instagram followers than I do, so I'm just a dude. Feel free to say hi. I love talking to you guys. So, cool. Now I'm gonna figure out how to end this thing. I'm very awkward. So, all right. See you guys hopefully soon.